So if you're a bit of an old subscriber, yeah, it's getting tiresome, but apologies. I meant to put this out a while ago because Reese, I think, has been getting a little bit worse. So hopefully this will be a nice background as well as introduction to some of the other videos. So Reese was in Scientology and had, to put it mildly, some weird relationship, and more recently was kind of forced out when Aaron Smith-Levin, her alleged friend, accidentally gave away her identity. Reese was basically feeding Aaron a lot of information. Scientology people put two and two together and kicked her out. Now she's sort of rebuilt herself, but she's getting a lot of criticism. I will say this, though, that Reese, comparatively speaking to the other SPTV people, is fairly brutally honest, at least in some places, and I do appreciate that. It is a little mind-blowing, so just get ready for this, because it will seem like I'm clipping her to, quote, attack her. I am going to criticize her, but I do appreciate her being honest about, quote, the goodness and badness of Scientology.
And thank God for my Scientology training there. I'm really thankful that at 4 years old, I started doing bull bait like a crazy person under the lights of the kitchen in Omaha, where my dad stood there and said, "Start, flunk," and made me do it over and over. And I was terrified, but you know what? It made me kind of tough. Because I don't.
Well, there you go. She literally said it, saying, yeah, I got some Scientology as a kid, and it was good. Made me tough. Made me strong. Gonna be honest there, guys. Thank God I got it. Well, that is pretty mind-blowing, because it's become a very big mantra among the SPTV people, and Aaron more recently, though if you check back with Aaron, he really didn't care about this issue, so it's really just recent propaganda. But they just keep shouting, "No more kids in Scientologies! Scientology and children's do never mix! No, no, no!" And Reese is just being bluntly honest, saying, well, it worked for me. Not saying it was the nicest thing, but it's like, well, I got something out of it, so, Well, I'm still skeptical that the Hubbard tech is what it says it is, but again, you can still be an anti-Scientologist, right? I'm working on this thing with Richard Dawkins and the mess of the atheist movement and their scandals and problems. And it seems like it's the same dilemma. Like, you can be an atheist and note all the problems religion has. God only knows the major religions do have many problems, as does Scientology, but you don't want to deny everything, quote, good about the religions, right? There has to be some good, otherwise they wouldn't get any followers at all. So you got to give points for Reese for being bluntly honest, saying, well, yeah, obviously I got something out of it. She would not have stayed in Scientology if she didn't get something out of it. So yeah, there's a bit of a logic gap with Aaron and, quote, some of these new ex-Scientologists saying, oh, everything Scientology evil in hotels, evil hotels in the children's. And yet we look at their own track record, it seemed like they did okay in Scientology, and they're emphasizing the trauma, but minimizing what they got out of it, whether it's money, contacts, a career, so on and so forth. But now we jump into the criticism portion, where Reese is being a little, what's the word? She's being a little evasive. Now, for me, there are two major dilemmas with Reese. One is Hux, her son, and whether it's proper for Reese to be using Hux, as she has, on camera to promote herself. I don't know if that's a good idea or a healthy idea. And then there's the second problem, where Reese really isn't in, quote, the anti-Scientology movement. Again, that's fine. That is her choice. It just goes to, what in the world is the SPTV Foundation that Aaron is leading, allegedly, as the president? Because apparently she and Aaron don't even really talk anymore.
These people don't even know me. Am I still friends with Aaron? No, not really. I mean, we don't talk. The haters are afraid. They know if the mods aren't here at the chat, we'll attack them. Yeah, that's probably true too. How I'm finding out.
Now, again, I don't want to be accused of creating a panic where there is none. She's just saying, we haven't had contact for a while. We're not doing content together. There's no hostility. They don't hate one another. There's no real big thing behind it, but they just don't communicate. I will say there is a rumor, and I'll be getting to the dilemma of rumors, that Aaron is deliberately keeping a distance from her and Scoville, who is her current boyfriend, and that's a whole other mess. I'm only going to touch upon the broad dilemmas with him, but it's a well-known fact that he is a criminal. This is not me slandering. He says this. He makes it his whole career, saying, I was an ex-convict and am trying to help people with recovery on his Lifeboat channel. I guess the question would be, well, was this breakup with Aaron really amicable, or is there something more ugly going on behind the scenes? And that's kind of the problem with this video. Although it was very blunt and honest in many places, there were just things she was saying that don't ring true. Like she said that the real reason that she left Aaron because they were staying together for a while, because Aaron was helping her out when she was kicked out of Scientology, which is good on him. But she decided to go to the South, right, to live. I'm going to leave it ambiguous. People know where she is, but I'm going to leave it ambiguous. Any case, so she moved and she says, I'm here to help someone close to me who's very sick. And people have done some fact checking and saying, well, that's not really the entire story. I mean, I'm glad Reese is doing that, but that may not be the real reason she's there. So again, she's kind of misleading her subscribers and audience. And again, that just gets to the point. Who cares? I mean, if Reese wants to mislead people, whatever, her subscribers, right? I mean, they can choose to say subscribed, not subscribed, want to give her a super chat, don't give her a super chat. It's their prerogative. Who the hell cares? Well, the dilemma is that a lot of the Reese content now, it's not really in anti-Scientology. So you wonder, like, why is he on the SBTV board of directors? It just seems like the SBTV Foundation just exists to promote online personalities. It doesn't have much to do really with anti-Scientology or even what the SBTV Foundation says it is. Like, we're going to help the victims and the exes. And it's like, no, primarily it's there to promote people. So it's kind of like a misnomer. Okay, but we'll put that aside. She's focused on Jeff, an ex-lover, and the Jesters, this kind of weird Masonic group, and how allegedly Jeff and the Jesters are, quote, having sex with women's, and they're giving them money to have sex with women's. I guess, like, in the grand scheme of things, I'm like, okay, I guess that might be an evil, maybe a very big evil to address, but it's like, I don't know, compared to Scientology, right, the Israel-Palestine conflict, many other issues where religious fanaticism plays a role, I think, like, I don't know, this seems like low-hanging fruit. So it just seems like she just has a vendetta against Jeff. Okay, fine, I guess they have, to put it mildly, a very complicated, twisted history together, but it's like, I don't understand this. So on the one hand, with her and Scoville and the rumors about them and Aaron, okay, those are just silly rumors, guys. They're being made up by weirdos in the basements. Don't pay attention to them. Just trust our Reese. Alrighty then, that is the way she's framing it. Okay, fine. That is one framework. But then on the other hand, with Jeff and the Jesters, we need to take the, quote, evil they're doing with the women's very seriously. Guys, this is disturbing. This is disgusting. Jeff needs to be accountable. Okay? In the one case, rumors are rumors. Don't pay that any attention. And then with Jeff and the Jesters, these are facts, guys. These are not rumors. I got the evidence. I got the receipts. And when you look at her receipts, they're a little flimsy and or very misleading. Again, Jeff has his own right to defend himself, and Jeff apparently is pushing back, saying, yeah, she's really misleading people of what really happened between them, and quote, how bad it was. Now, you could be saying to me, like, listen, this is all pretty silly. Listen, she's doing gossip and the Jesters and whatever. Like, that's her life. Who cares? Well, there are issues at play here because, for one thing, she's getting mighty close to giving away a lot of personal information, which, on YouTube at least, you can't do that. So if Reese wants to put her channel in danger, that is fine. It's her channel. But I just don't like the way she's framing it as that she's doing nothing wrong. No, you are violating the policies. That's not ambiguous. And a lot of her subscribers and fans are going cuckoo crazy about, yeah, we need to hold Jeff to account. So they're not taking it as harmless entertainment. They're taking this as very serious accusations.
Day, okay? It's unreal to me that you would be that obsessed with a person on YouTube. I'm a person on YouTube. I'm a stranger to these people, and they're that obsessed. Yes. Hunter, screw the haters. Absolutely. No question. But we still wanted to give him an opportunity to come out.
Rumors are rumors are rumors, guys. Don't believe the rumors. See the movie Doubt. Philip Seymour Hoffman, okay? Rumors are rumors. Oh my God. Stop it. But then with Jeff and the Jesters, guys, it's a fact. Jeff and the Jesters, oh my God. What are they up to? Well, it's like, okay, well, wait a minute. I mean, yeah, truth could be perspectival. right? Even science at the end of the day is kind of a perspective you take. Fine, that's one stance, right? We can't get out of that. We're all humans. We all have a perspective. So truth will be inherently limited in terms of what we know. But then, out of nowhere, it's like, listen, it's a fact, guy. Okay? It's a fact. Guys, Jeff was the bad guy. I am the good guy. Believe in Reese. Believe in Reese 100%. And you're like, well, wait a minute. I thought truth was a perspective. Now truth apparently, well, we definitely know the facts. Jeff bad. Tommy Scoville good. Brett is a good guy. Yeah, he's a criminal, but, so what? I don't care. You shouldn't care either. Well, I don't know. Again, so far we don't know that anything bad is happening with Hux. We don't know that at this moment, but I will just say this. I'm not trying to be cynical, but for the channel members, I provided some pretty good evidence. No, it's a lot worse than it seems. Yeah, it's a lot worse than Scoville and Reese is putting out there saying, yeah, okay, he committed some crimes, but everything is okay now. I don't know if it is okay. I don't know if it's okay. And then there's a larger problem here that if you are going to criticize Scientology, and again, I think this is very weak, but Aaron and Nora really love to bring up Grant Cardone and how he's exploiting his children, right? His children in Scientology, and he promotes Scientology with them very vigorously, and they mock him and attack him. But with Reese and Hux, they're completely silent. To my knowledge, they've never criticized Reese for doing something very similar. Is she not parading her child to promote herself and make money? This is not what Grant Cardone is doing. But see, I would be consistent. Although I don't like Grant, I mean, it's not good. It's not healthy. But again, if his children want to be whatever, paraded on stage, it is a thing, right? Child actors are a thing. Child musicians are a thing. I mean, was Taylor Swift being abused by being a very young entertainer back in the day? I don't know. That doesn't ring true to me. However, the Scientology background makes it a little disturbing. Like, are these kids really being given a free choice? Is Hux being given a free choice? I don't know. It just feels, and again, it's an intuition, it just feels that it's wrong. Maybe I am wrong. Maybe Hux loves being online. Maybe Scoville is a great mentor. Maybe. Maybe Grant Cardone is a great father, despite being a Scientologist. But I have doubts. So I'm not joining the Nora Surge, Aaron craziness about hotels or children being exploited in that way. On the other hand, it is a legit question. And if you're going to criticize Cardone, which I think we can criticize, well, we got to criticize Reese to be consistent. So I think this is what Reese doesn't appreciate. It does feel like we do have a double standard. If she doesn't see that, well, I can see that. From her perspective, there's no double standard. But I don't know. I think there is a double standard. So maybe we're all panicking over false rumors, but I don't know. I think there's something more here. And her more recent content is, I think, a little bit more alarming. But I will give her a lot of points. She is at least more bluntly honest than the other SBTV people who are, frankly, just doing a lot of play acting and wasting our time, in my humble opinion.
Feed the animals in Kansas City. Did Tommy legally change his name for a fresh start? He's going to. He has not done that yet. But everybody knows that his real name is not Tommy Scoville. Well, it's not that Aaron and I are not enemies. We don't talk. I mean, I don't know that makes us friends or not friends. We just don't speak.